in. And I want to tell you all further, the present Governor General has 2 years vacation leave. 2 years vacation leave. Oh, you know that? Okay. All right. You have 2 years vacation leave. He never got payment in your private practice for the 13 years that he served, when others got it. Pardon me? If it is past government or this government, you in government now, the buck stops with him. You rectify it. You make right on it. But don't treat the man like that. You're sending him out and you're treating him with indignity. And it is wrong, Mr. Prime Minister. It is wrong. It's not about the person, it is about the office. It's about the office. And when the new Governor General takes up office, and she will retire one day too, and she should be respected, and she should be accorded those privileges and those benefits. Madam Speaker, I humbly but strongly urge and ask the Honourable Prime Minister and the Honourable Attorney General to do the right thing, and in committee stage, Madam Speaker, to put back what was taken out in the Select Committee. It is wrong, Madam Speaker. I don't understand why we should treat a Governor General like that. I don't understand it. What sin did he commit? What is his sin? Why we are taking away all these benefits? We are taking away the man gardener. We are telling his wife he can't have a social secretary. The substantive bill, Madam Speaker, speaks about a certain motor vehicle of his choice. They take out that. So in other words, you can buy anything for him. I'll show you here. Look on page 8. Provision by the government, the proposed bill, of a chauffeur and a motor car, subsection 1, of a make and model, and 2, which shall be replaced at periods to be specified by cabinet. Yeah, we all take out all this. You take out of a make and model, and which shall be replaced at periods. So in other words, you give him one car when he retire, and that car must be for 30 years. But why you take out those words? But why are you taking out those words? Why not specifically say that he is entitled to replace it at certain periods as specified by the cabinet? You still have the last say. You will determine by policy whether he gets one car every 5 years or he gets one car every 10 years. But why not? But you had it there. So the intent, the mens rea, shows, Mr. AG, that you all don't intend to replace the car. I'm not being trivial. It was in the act. It was in the act that you circulated and now you're taking it out. Seems like if this committee has some bitterness, I don't know what it is. Well, so why take it out?
Responsible to the country.
Responsible to the country?
Yes.
Madam Speaker, His Excellency Sir James Carlilse served this country and gave 13 years of unbroken, dedicated service.
Sir, you spoke about personalizing.
Yes.
You can't turn around now and contradict yourself.
Madam Speaker, when I made that statement, I'm saying to the Honourable Prime Minister and the members of the House, Madam Speaker, that it is not the person.
So
it
then
is the office.
Do not personalize
but
it now.
At the same time, Madam Speaker, I have to speak about the present holder of the office. And I have to say, Madam Speaker.
So you're having it both ways?
Yes, Madam Speaker. I'm having my cake and eating it today. And I'm saying, Madam Speaker, that we have to remember when that man gave 13 years of unbroken service to this country. When, Madam Speaker, he moved this entire nation with his inauguration speech. And we felt so proud that a man born into abject poverty in the little village of Bolons and came up and lifted himself up by his very own bootstraps to rise and to attain the highest office in this country. Madam Speaker, this is how we are repaying him. This is how we are telling him. After 13 years of service to this country, this is what we are doing today in this honourable house, to take away the privileges, take away the benefits, tell him he can't even have a gardener. Madam Speaker, no, Mr. AG, that can't be right. It can't be right. I remember when the Governor General journeyed to Toronto after this country was devastated by Hurricane Lewis and the Treasury was underwater, and he went in his own pocket, he and the then Attorney General Claire Roberts, to seek assistance for this country and aid. Madam Speaker, he was never even reimbursed for his travel and for the mission that he went to Toronto to try and get funds and aid for this country. I mean, come on, man. The man is a man of humble beginnings. This is how we treat our very own. He left a lucrative practice, Madam Speaker, where he was making nearly $300,000 a year as a dentist to serve this country with dignity and with pride. And we are telling him after 13 years, yes, it's the Prime Minister's prerogative. I don't have a problem with the Prime Minister replacing the Governor General. That is his call. That is not our call. But at least pass legislation that is for future generations, for future Governor Generals. And don't treat the present Governor General with this type of indignity, Madam Speaker. It is wrong. I mean, when he gave up his practice, he was not allowed to do any other work. He was not paid like other professionals, a payment in lieu of private practice. I mean, there are many other professionals that are retained by the government, doctors and others, that once they come into the civil service, they're paid a monthly payment in lieu of private practice. He was not given that. I mean, look at how much you've done for this country, Madam Speaker. And I'm saying it is wrong. It is wrong. Let us go into the committee of the whole House today, Madam Speaker. And let us hammer out this bill. And let us show some respect for the highest office. Just like how the Prime Minister wants and deserves and should demand respect for his office. They say that I'm weak on the government and that I'm in collusion with the government, so I don't come here and debate tax bill. I follow instructions of my leader. But I want to tell you, I'm not coming into this House to call the Prime Minister or the AG or the Minister of Finance any done. I respect the office that they hold. This is not about Everett Court or Wilma Daniel or Justin Simon. It is about office. So if they think that I'm soft on the government because I didn't debate the tax bill, it's not a matter of soft, Madam Speaker. It is a matter about responsibility and following directions and towing the party line. It's not that I didn't want to come in here and debate the tax bill. But I'm saying, Madam Speaker, this bill that's before us this very day needs to go to committee. I feel very passionate about it. We need in committee stage to hammer it out and to restore. And to restore, Madam Speaker, what was there. Madam Speaker, you'll have your chance to talk. Madam Speaker, as the Honourable Attorney General said earlier, the Governor General's salary has been traditionally tied to the salary of the Chief Justice. Plus, though, a duty allowance, Mr. H. Plus a duty allowance. And if you go and check in your ministry, this was the case in Antigua and Barbuda until 2002, when the Chief Justice's salary was increased without the commensurate increase in the Governor General's. No, I'm not suggesting that. I'm suggesting that his gratuity and pensions be tied and be based on the aggregate of salary and duty allowance, Mr. H. Madam Speaker, in reading the report of the Select Committee, I note that Mr. Claire Roberts suggested an increase of the Governor General in Part 1 of the schedule be granted with effect from January 1st, 2002. I crave your indulgence to look at the report. Look at the report of the Select Committee here. You circulated it. I mean, I know it. It says here, Mr. Roberts also said that it was the practice to tie the Governor General's salary to that of the Chief Justice. He therefore suggested that the increase to be granted to the Governor General in Part 1 of the schedule